Hi again, Infinity Mike here, and in this video I plan on showing you how to remove the domestic hot water coil. There's a coil that runs through this big plug, and I want to remove the whole assembly and put a plug back in it. I never hooked up the hot water heater or the hot water coil. I have an indirect in the basement set up, and every time the unit cools down, I will get some little drips out of here, and you can see some water stains, and this is wet over here. So I just figured there's no sense in having it. I'll put a plug back in. I could sell this out on the street, hopefully. And so I killed the power already to the unit. I'm going to have to remove this aquastat, okay, because they give, at AHS, they rented this big wrench that they make for it. And I'm not going to be able to get too much leverage like this. So if I can get this 90 degrees like this on here, I think it would be a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the electric and pull out the aquastat. The first thing I really need to do is drain down the boiler, you know, at least down below a water line down here. So I got to get at least 10 or 15 gallons out. And I will do that down here with the drain assembly that I have. Okay, I will be back. Okay, so I have a hose hooked up to the drain. I turned off all the valves on this side that would supply water to the wood gun. The autofill on that's still on the oil boil will eventually start filling this up. What I'll do is I'll open up this drain and let, you know, some water come out. Alright. And once I get that down 10 or so gallons so I can clear the head up there, I will be able to take the aquastat off. Okay, while that is draining, I took the cover off the aquastat. I'll disconnect the hot and the neutral and pull that out and then unwind that. Okay, what I did while I was off camera was opened up the drain valve down here and began to loosen this. And when I got to a point, I started to pull it back just a little bit to let air in and get the water out. And now I can pull this out completely. Alright, so that's that out. Now I'll be able to get the wrench on there and have some leverage. So I don't have a breaker bar, but I do have this big square bar that I put onto here to give myself some extra leverage. And I will begin to break loose that fitting. In fact, actually, I think what I have to do first is loosen these three nuts to loosen that, so as I spin the coil, I don't damage it. But I'm not 100% sure about that. Okay, a 2-foot bar did not have enough leverage, so this 8-foot bar did the trick. Alright, and I will continue to spin that off. Alright, well, it's loose enough now to take out completely. Let me just shut off the valve again. I had to lower the water a little bit more. Okay, so now this can slide right out, and there's the coil. Alright, one domestic coil out. Alright, this is the new plug that's going to go in, a solid plug, and there's another wrench that fits that. First I'm going to clean all this stuff out of here, get all the old Teflon and pipe dope or whatever's on here out, and this was obviously been used before from AHS, but there's Teflon on here. I'll put some Teflon or maybe just some regular pipe dope. So I used some just regular old pipe dope, alright, and put a whole nice coating around the fitting. We'll put that right into place. and I'll get back to you. And that, my friends, is how we replace the domestic hot water coil with a plug. I'll tell you this much: you definitely want to consider the placement of your wood gun in the room or wherever you're putting it. The room I'm standing in is an addition to the back of my garage. I cut this notch out of the support wall of the original back wall and recessed the wood gun in. It's up on a block and then the foundation, and then it steps down even lower. But I'll tell you what, if this unit was 1 inch more forward into the other garage, this wall over here would have been a serious problem trying to get a pipe on there and breaking that loose. So, and also the headroom was a consideration. You can only get the pipe so high. I think I got it tight enough. It's pretty far in, and it's got a good bead of pipe dope all around. Well, I'll fill it back up with water, and I'll let you know how it made out. So it's filling back up with water. You can hear the spiro vent I have in the back releasing air. I don't know if you can see it from back there. There it is. Up there, the bronze fitting. That's releasing air as the autofill on the oil burner down in the basement is actually pumping water over here. No leaks so far. We're in good shape. So I feel pretty confident that what I did is not going to leak, and I do not want it to start the fire or start any circulation because I have other projects I want to do. I want to replace the fan bearing. I had a video, part 1, I could not get off the bearing on the shaft, but I made a puller now that should be able to get that off. I want to replace the insulation gasket that's in here. I want to replace the this rear door panel and the stainless steel wear pads, and I want to replace the front load door gasket. So this thing's been sitting cold for a couple of months now during the spring, summer, and I'll let it sit that way and make some more videos and make some repairs at the same time. Signing off. Thanks.